climbing a route on El Cap as making the experience in the end that much richer.
You have to be willing to put the time and necessary effort into doing it.
There was so much motivation of free climbing the nose. For me, it was such a big goal. I knew that I would have endless energy until the point that I actually do it.
You really have to be focused on what you're doing, and you have to be willing to accept that it's not going to go easily. If at first you don't succeed, try again. You have to do that on the nose.
So we are at Camp 4 right now.
Ravioli.
We free climbed everything up to here in
He did.
kind of a long day.
Not me.
I'm going up there. Great roof.
Wow.
But first,
Amazing.
I felt really good. Didn't really warm up that well. I ran up the 30 meters up to the roof. Started a boulder problem, and then something went, I don't know, it just didn't feel possible. So I started to mess around a little bit, use different bait. I was like, dude, what are you doing? You're messing up, you're messing up. I started to get a little nervous, and then all of a sudden my knees, they were starting to shake wildly, like I was thinking like, oh my god, does Angelo see my knees at this distance, because this is really looking bad. I was shaking, and the feet are super small. It's basically friction feet. I just stopped there and I was like, dude, get your shit together, because you don't want to be falling off after the crux, man. You're gonna send this bitch and you're gonna run to the top. All of a sudden, I was past the crux. I was like, how did this work? You did different beta, then you worked it. So I made it to the belay and screamed wildly.
yeah, I just sent a great roof. It was on the limit of falling down. Both my knees went like on small feet. Yes, we're moving camps to Camp 6. Yeah, I've been wearing a hat for the last 24 hours, so I've got a bad hair day. Yes!
If you free climb the Great Roof, you know that you've done one of the key pitches, but the hardest one is the changing corners.
After that, it's almost done. 4 pitches away from the summit.
We're at the base over here, this Camp 6.
What is above us?
the changing corners.
Very good.
You're gonna do it tomorrow.
Oh yes,
like
I am.
Did the roof.
This is my 3rd day on. Starting to get a little tired.
The first time I got very close to sending it straight away.
Cruised all the way to the very end, to the last foot placement. My feet started to get jittery, all shaky. My knees went like whoa. The foot placements, they're very delicate. The feet are very small. So I put my left foot just to the side of that small little foothold, stepped right beside it, fell off. 2 inches away from the jug.
When I fell on changing corners, all these thoughts, they just fly to your head all of a sudden, like, oh my god, can I really do this again?
I tried to shut down from everything, and just sat there for a while.
I tried to get myself back to calm. I tried to tell myself, even if you don't send it today, you got like 2 days left. You can even do a rest day tomorrow and climb on your 5th day.
Emptied my head, went through the moves one more time, got my shoes back on.
I would be at the no-hand looking at that jug. I'd be like, okay, that's where I have to go. That's where I have to go. And throughout the whole pitch, you'd sneak a look out like, oh yeah, it's getting closer, it's getting closer. It went a lot better than the great roof. Everything just felt in control, you know.
The foot placements were all like they should. I jumped for the final jog and it felt like such a relief.
So I basically knew there, hanging on the jug, that I had done the nose.
I did it! Yes!
That was actually my summit. I was just so euphorious, you know. I was so happy that it worked out so well. I felt super confident. I was not gonna fall off the last couple of pitches.
I've been screaming this morning quite a lot actually. We're gonna have a party up in Camp 6.
We were just having a good time up there.
Gonna go down, get a big pizza, and we're gonna start the party.
As soon as you step off the ground, you're basically looking at a 3,000-foot drop. Heaven is only 18 moves long, so I make 18 hand movements up the route, which is really short in climbing terms. And because it's so short, it basically packs quite a bit of difficulty into 30 feet of climbing. Every move by itself is pretty strenuous. Halfway up a solo, I'm normally pretty empty. I'm not really thinking about anything. I'm just sort of physically executing a routine. It'd be sort of like asking a gymnast what they're thinking about while they're doing the routine. Ideally, they're just executing it perfectly and that's it. The satisfaction from finishing a route is sort of the same satisfaction that anybody gets out of putting a lot of hard work into something that means a lot to them and then finishing a goal. The route is called Heaven because it's the most amazing point in Yosemite. Big sweeping views, just that epic scale. I hope people get a sense of the beauty of the places that I get to go climbing. This is my story, and this is how I want to share it with people.
Yeah, buddy.